First of all, I wanted to share with everyone that no goal in life is possible without one's health. In 1988, I quit my job as an emergency department nurse. Professionally and personally, I had witnessed physical and emotional suffering of patients and families due to unhealthy lifestyle choices. I made a new life goal to keep people well. In 1989, with support from hundreds of dedicated business professionals, healthcare providers, educators, parents, and organizations that sustain our communities every day, the Central PA Health Education Center was incorporated as a 501c3. In 1995, after 6 years of planning and preparation, the bright red doors of the newly dedicated and renamed Susan P. Byrnes Health Education Center were opened to the children and citizens of Central Pennsylvania and Northern Maryland. What began as 2 teaching theaters in a refurbished downtown historic car dealership site has blossomed into today's 20,000 square foot home with 5 teaching theaters, over $1.5 million of interactive exhibits, and over 50 specialized educational offerings that include regional outreach programs to children and students and teachers in 7 counties. In addition to this, children and teachers throughout the United States, and indeed internationally, over 168 countries log on to our e-learning site. We have 95,000 international members that log on to learn about health on our website. All 50 programs at the Byrnes Health Education Center meet state and national guidelines. Our nutrition and fitness programs are offered as an integrated series that empower students to adopt healthier lifestyles. In our for pre-K and kindergarten students, we offer the Inside Story. Grade 2, Fueling My Special Body. Grade 3, Let's Get Physical. Grade 4, Just Fueling Around. Grade 5, Healthy Hearts. Grade 6, Fat, What's Up With That? And I'll get to that. And grade 8, Extreme Makeover. How do schools come to the Byrnes Health Education Center? If you were a 5th grade teacher, you would look at our program guide. We have over 50 programs listed here. You would look and you would see what you are teaching in your classroom. You would come for 1 or 2 programs. You'd get on your school bus and you'd come to the Byrnes Health Education Center. If you couldn't afford to do that, we have outreach programs. And if you couldn't afford to do that, that's where we have our free website called learntobehealthy.org. What we have in our teaching theaters, if you would come to our theaters, we have enthusiastic educators that teach with our larger-than-life interactive exhibits. They incorporate the wow factor and the fun factor into health education. We believe that students learn by seeing, hearing, and doing, and the students are involved in the educational activities. What I'd like to do is demonstrate, this is one of our least expensive exhibits. This is 20 to 25 to 30 pounds of fat, we're not sure. But what I wanted to, why I brought this is for every pound of fat that we put on our bodies have to produce 200 miles of blood vessels to nourish that fat. That's what these little red things are. Those are the blood vessels that nourish fat. So if you put on 20 extra pounds, you're putting on 4,000 miles of blood vessels that your little heart that weighs less than a pound has to now pump through. And if those vessels become filled with fat, imagine what happens to this little heart that has to pump through. Normally, we have 60,000 miles of blood vessels. The kids actually put this on, and then we ask them to run and or to do jumping jacks. And what we're trying to show them is, we're trying to give them information so that they will continue to make healthy choices. When Dr. Oz came to our Health Education Center this past October, he was teaching a heart-healthy program with our little ones. And he looked at me and he said, why doesn't every community have a health education center? And I said, well, in fact, 34 communities in this nation have health education centers in 22 states, and we reach 10,000 school districts. and every year 3.7 million students are educated in health education centers. However, the National Coalition at Healthcare says that in 2009, the United States is going to spend $2.9 trillion on disease. So it's time to turn the corner, and I'm here, thanks to Todd, to say to you that every community can have a health education center. Thank you.